And we're live. Okay, so this is going to be a very short one. It is a perk over at Patreon. Okay, if you want to support me over there, uh, um, please feel free. That's patreon.com slash I don't know what's the matter with me tonight. I'm so stupid. I, you know, I don't know. Always happens. Always without a fail. Always happens whenever I've had like a crafty, couple of hours skip. I always wake up, feeling so stupid. But patreon.com/tenor reacts. And I feel as though there's a tier for everyone. Okay, so let's get into. Whoa, I've got to do this. Is it? No, it's not. It's. I guess I go there, there, there. And I need to do that first, don't I? Okay, right. We know that I'm not technical, so I've got to add I should have done it before I started the stream. That's what I should have done. But we live and learn. We live and learn. Okay, right. So I can go back to I'm a tech idiot. That's what I am. Right. And now we go here, and I can bring the editor in now. I hope. Yeah, we want that one, and hopefully, I thought I set up all this. Right. Open. Sorry, I'm sorry. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm back. don't just don't ask, please. Right. So hopefully now we should be able to share this with you. Okay, how impressive is that? Okay, this is what I work with every day, even if nothing, that is awful grammar, Nat. Nothing comes out. I'm always tinkering. I'm always like doing something with the editor. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a bit, just enough for you guys to know what what's what. Okay, right. So, usually I work with music, but copyright being what copyright is these days, that can't happen. Um, Let me just say hello to hi Swamper. How are you? How are you? Take your time. Thank you. Yes, we may be here for some time. Okay, right. So let's get into the editor. Now, because you guys know that I love my green screen. Okay, and here's the thing about green screen: you've got to get a perfect balance going on. What with lighting, okay? Too much light, you're almost um too bright, and you're grainy. You're very washed out. Not enough light, and then we have the wonderful, wonderful subject of shadows. Okay, and if you can imagine a shadow, you don't want a shadow, but a shadow appears. It can be dealt with, but it can be tricky, especially if it's a light background. You know, so right. So I go up here into generators, and I like the smoky white. I think it's called. You know, up there you've got smoky mint, ivory cream, bright white, which is the color that I used to have, beige, and antique whites. So quite a few options there to choose from, but I just like the off white, you know, that kind of smoky effects. Now, before I stretch that out, okay, what I do is I run across the clip. I mean, look, it's you guys just see like 10 minute 10-minute video. Look how long I've been rabbiting on. I mean, look, hang on, let's just 54 minutes. Okay, so what I do is let's just kind of do that and run this across to no, a bit more to cool, blimey. Okay, I know it's over 54, but I can do the trimming in just a sec. Okay, that sits right on top. Let's just bring that down there. Now, that's sitting on top of the color that essentially I want. Okay, but we've got to do the chroma effects here. We need to key out. We need to. First of all, there is the key out, and then I go there, so I can see exactly what's what. Okay, so I usually because I don't want any of that. You see what I mean when I say about you know getting the perfect, you know, a perfect world, it would all be black, you know, but limited budget, can't afford the best lighting. you know, I'm not doing bad, but you know, we need to address that. Okay, we don't worry about that because that's going to disappear in just a sec, but that needs attention. So what I do is I kind of do that, okay, and turn down the edge distance and kind of want no holes in my silhouette. Is it called silhouette? Oh, I don't know. Okay, that looks actually quite fine. Let's mask it. Okay, I go outside, inside, inside, and ta-da! And I mean that part doesn't matter because I'm usually the left, and it. What usually happens is I'm usually so you won't see that. Okay, so now we go because this is the audio from my mic. Money to see the music video is quite good. It's quite good, but it could be a bit sharper. Okay, so we just need a kind of helping hand. Now, I've created a YouTube audio plugin that works for me on every single video. You know, the EQs are set at such a level where it just kind of cuts through. It's kind of a TV sound, broadcast sound that I've like dabbled in, and it works for my videos. Okay, so we don't need to think about the audio too much because it's all in one plugin, custom plugin there. And pretty much that is the green screen editing. You know, I've got it down to probably 5 minutes. The whole keying out, the audio, getting rid of stuff that's not supposed to be there, and you know, so you know what you know at the end of the day, right? Let me just. Oh, we're gonna have to mute King Diamond because copyright. You know, but I suppose what I could show you, if I have the file, and I don't. Okay, that's interesting, but you know, so we've got the white here. So say I wanted that to sit over. Okay, let's just bring that. Okay, and let's just use a mask because I've got my own shape going on the channel. Haven't I've got that slanty thing happening. Let's just mask it. Okay, apply that. And let's just put okay. So that's how I would do that. And let's just uh, okay, let's just take that, get rid of that. Okay, let's just find a position where I'm actually right. Let's just disable that just for a sec so I can see. Um, if you've left any comments in the comment section, that I will be with you in just a sec. Okay, so right, that'll do. Okay, and that's there. The whole purpose is just to show you what needs to be moved where, in an everyday video. Right, so we move that along there. Okay, I'm not actually moving a great deal. Okay, so that's fine. This actually can be kind of pushed a bit. Okay. And we'll bring this. Gonna slice it up a bit. Okay. Now, at the moment, that is not in the right position at all. Okay. So we kind of see the way I like it these days is okay, and we put a board around it. Okay, I have it at 53. Okay, change the color to white so it kind of sticks out, and that pretty much is it. And yeah, I'm not starting editing that one until a few days. So bye bye. Let's close that down. So yeah, pretty much it's not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably too involved in it to kind of because I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Because I'm actually doing it every day. I don't see it as a, it's just when I first kind of had to get my head around this kind of uh, advanced. Because up until then, I was an iMovie boy. An iMovie it is just box standard. It's very nice. It's very, very nice. As a free video editor that comes with every single Apple product. Uh, um, but I wanted to do things that Apple, iMac, oh God, iMovie. It's all just wasn't. The green screen over there was basic, and I wanted the great thing about Final Cut Pro is the amount of layers you can do. And, because I've got quite a creative mind, when it comes to humor and animation and things flying in and flying out, it's good to have that option. So yeah, um, I used to work with Adobe. Okay, but and Adobe is wicked. I'm telling you, when we're talking about leaders in the market, they kick some serious butt. Okay, but it just became too expensive, really, because I ended up needing Premiere, After Effects, um, uh, Adobe Audition. I needed Audition. So it just became too expensive. Not knocking Adobe at all. I love them. I think what they do and what they have managed to tap into in the market is something remarkable. Would never knock them, but the prices are a bit too for my budget. So and then that's when I um kind of thought, well, Final Cut Pro does exactly the same as, maybe not all flash, but it more or less does the same as Adobe. So invest more into that side. And yeah. So I said this one would be a short one. It is. Thank you for watching. You know. Um, So, just before I do go, um, yeah, I suppose it does. If I didn't know my way of, I mean, listen, that took me like several months to get hold of and understand. And the thing is, when you do it every day, it's muscle memory, isn't it? When you do, it's like singing in a way. The warm ups, y- y- eh, your ability to remember, recall is greater because it's a regular thing you're doing. Yeah, it is complicated, especially when, God forbid, I have to color correct anything. I hate that because it's not just a boom, boom, boom. You've got to mess around with like sliders. You've got it's like, oh, but some of the best videos. I know everyone talks about Adobe, and quite right, they are friggin' amazing. But some of the some of the what there's some well-known videos out there that have been edited with Final Cut Pro. So, y- you know, um, but yeah, while I have you, well, just you are in the chat and watching, and thank you very much, Swamper, for your support over on Patreon. I really do appreciate it. It's not something I ever expected, you know, um, but it does go a long, long way, in what I essentially want to do on YouTube, because lighting has to be at some point upgraded. You know what I mean? Sounds that those mics. Another subscriber said, or asked rather, what is the most expensive element about tenor accent? And I said, really, it's the sound. Those little lav. I know, quite cool, aren't they? They're called lav mics. Uh, um, they are £80 a piece. What? Yeah, yeah, seriously. I mean, it depends. eh, You might get on a good month. You might get a discount. Like, I've been fortunate enough to spot a bargain, 59.95. Bang, get that credit card out. Get it, get it, because they're not that price every. I know it's not a massive saving, but you know, so when one of those kind of gets thrown on the floor, or you know, is destroyed, it truly is a state funeral. That they're brilliant. If you're just wondering where I get them from, Rode. They are Rode. Very, very good. Very good. So yeah, but when one of those like decides to, yeah, I'm not playing anymore, and but when they die, they truly do die. Um, but they're quite hardy. You can do a lot with them, but you've got to treat them with almost respect. Well, you should. You should. If you should care about the money aspect. So now, of course, I've just had screws in. You guys don't see it, but on the wall, and I hang. I've got about four of them. So if one goes, I've got um I'm not very tech savvy. So no, well, I'm not really. I know you probably look at what I've just done in the editor and you think, okay, you're taking it's only because, like I just said, I have to do it every day. Well, I don't have to, but I do it every day. So, you know, and it is like singing. If you if you sing a D7 chord as part of a harmonic unit, every member of that harmonic unit will get that chord in. That's the way I like to view it. I tried stitching together some vacation videos years back. Took me over 2 hours, and I had a blinding. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah, yeah, I get that. I get that. Uh, um, I mean, have I told you guys? I used to work in radio production. You know, in London, we use we were a voiceover house production. And I guess having the audio production and being used to, like, wasn't that far removed from what I do in the video editor. It's all production. Uh, um, but yeah, when I first started using it, I thought, okay, I've just spent I think it was £300 at the time. I'm never going to get this down. And I had to watch so many tutorials on YouTube just for the basic moves. So you know, um, I know. How was your evening, guy? Yeah, pretty all right. Thank you, Jessica. Uh, um, I just wanted to uh, get on here and you know um show you what of course a full behind the green, the full size kind of will be available on Patreon. Okay, I just want to make that crystal clear. I don't want anyone thinking, well, it's not a lot. It's like not even 10 minutes. You've shown us. No, over on Patreon, you will get to see the whole process and what is going through my mind as I'm editing. Because I do think about things sometimes, deep and meaningful things. Not often, but I'm happy to support. It's not much, but no. I don't want you ever thinking, uh, just the fact that there are guys out there that are supporting. I know it's the work. The I don't think financially we have ever been any. Don't know what was going on with that vowel. A sticky wicket kind of thing. So I do appreciate from the bottom of my heart uh, any any support. I like to think that there's a tier for everyone. You know. Yes, I do hugely appreciate it. Um, Hi. Oh, I'm gonna. No. The dyslexia won't allow. No, but it's a cool name. I'm not being rude. I've got dyslexia, so some words are more easier than others. Welcome to the club. Nothing is inexpensive these days. No, that's very true. I didn't know you did that. So this sort of tech is not new. No. I was always. It's that creator. Well, not creator, but creative. I always my job was to um kind of. I think he's thinking about doing dinner. Well, but he's next door. Um, my thing was always take a voiceover and make it come alive with some clips and music. I was a producer, so I would produce all these commercials, with music beds and working with, voiceovers and funny clips, maybe. And I used to do, radio um, IDs, jingles, and did that for a bit. And then I actually moved to radio for a couple of years, a graveyard shift. We call them graveyard shifts because it started, you know, uh, um, late at night and would carry on through the wee very early hours of the morning. And that show was called Late Night Nathan, where I would play love songs, and it was a kind of phone-in show as well, where people could, just chat. And I like to think that I am a people's person, and I love that aspect. But as the world changed, so did radio, and I didn't agree with certain moves in the industry, so I left and returned to um, well, I didn't actually return to the production side, you know, because that reminded me of radio. I just, I think I went on some, um, where you upload your CV, your experience on one of these voiceover sites. Got a few uh, um, uh, projects that way. But here's the thing, I wasn't a good back then. I wasn't really a good voiceover artist because my voice was like much higher, and no one believes this, but Gothlins, it is so true. Okay, my voice never properly. I never had a proper chest voice until I was outside 30, 35. So it was all like squeaky, high pitched, and that's fine if you want to talk like Mickey Mouse. Hey, and even now, don't do that. um, so outside like 35, I thought, oh, is this what other guys talk about when they talk about chest voice? I did have a chest voice, but it was so it might as well have not been there, So that's why I had, with the singing stuff, I had such a rotten time, you know, trying to establish a chest voice because I never really had one to begin with. Of course, I did, but to me, I didn't. If that makes sense, I don't know. So, y- you know, the mixed voice stuff and the head, not a problem. I could like, but it was becoming too comfortable. So, of course, when I the older I've got, the more of a mature sound I've, and obviously going into like the area of opera, I went into, they celebrate that, they look after the mature sound, and that's what I love, but yeah, so yeah, this isn't meant to be like a mega long, drawn out affair. Um, I just thought, well, a couple of you might be interested in what it takes to, put my shizzle show together. um, let me just say, the scheduling is now every other day. Okay, because oh, I've just realised I've done my eyes. I call these eyes Raven. They are quite like like sinister. Oh, now I can't put my glasses back. All right. Okay. You shouldn't have taken them off now. Uh, um, but yeah, only because the editing is such uh not faff. It's not a faff, but it's it was getting too much every day. I loved doing daily uploads, and it was fine when it was just box standard editing, but now it's not. And you know, so yeah, I don't know whether I'm making any sense at this point. But thank you, thank you. I kind of like the kind of I've always really loved um what Amy Winehouse did with her eyes. So I've just kind of exaggerated. I want to like go straight into a song. Exaggerated that look, you know. Um, I mean, just think how far back I am from the camera. So you need like a sweeping kind of almost drag look, I suppose. You know. Um, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. I love all that. Let me tell you. I don't. I was having this conversation, but was a goth friend. I say goth. He's dropped goth. So when I say he's dropped goth, he doesn't do the makeup. You know. And you know, he said I always said to myself, you reach a certain, and I said, excuse me. He said, but no, but it's different for you now because you can get away with it. If you fully dropped it, people I think would be kind of, oh, he thinks that people just tune in to see my next look. I suppose there is truth behind that statement. But yeah, I I like makeup. I like creating something out of nothing. You know, um, so let me just make sure. Yep, I've done all the comments. Thank you so much for hopping onto this live stream. Again, it was not promoted. I just get these like, oh, I suppose I could, and then dot dot dot, and then I do it, and then so I don't expect people to join me in the comment section on these live streams. It's always fabulous, fabulous, darling, when you do. Okay. But essentially, what I was planning was right, do it, and then people will. I'll keep it on. I seriously will this time, so back off. Um, and people can like watch it back. That was what was like, you know. Uh, um, so it's always really nice when people join me because I we all get lonely sometimes, so you know. This week, can you believe that we have used? Well, that felt so like. I've got a fan over there, not even switched on, doing nothing, and like, uh, um, I I feel a bit of a rotter if I'm honest, because I've done so much pop lately that I feel like that the metal heads, the real hardcore kind of rockers. I mean, I did do REM, but you know what I mean. That's more mainstream. Uh, um, they're like, I'm only supporting you because you have such a, you know what I mean. So I want to get back to metal, but this week is King King Diamond. Okay, I won't tell you when, but that is. I mean, oh, I nearly had a thousand fits upstairs when I was reacting to him. It's like, oh my god, it's always. I love reacting to him. Absolutely love it. What's the other one? Oh, Verve. Okay, one of them. And look, I've got like Blondie, Heart of Glass. Um, Chubby Checker. Jackie well, I can cross Jackie off because I've done two, including tonight's one. Little Anthony, Connie Francis, Home. What? Oh no, that was the user. Um, Brothers of Oh yeah, yes, yes. Brothers of Metal, The Warning. Um, say, is it what? Either Santa in Wonderland, which it doesn't seem like Santa in Wonderland, or Satan in Wonderland. Boulevard. What? Oh, why don't I write properly? That's what I want to know. Well, there's plenty. There is plenty of your suggestions right here, which I've got to pay attention to. But yeah, can't believe we're through another book. Seriously. Okay. Yes. Yes, we do own our car. All right. He's moaning. See, it's not all like you know, sunshine and like you know. Um, I enjoy your content, the passion for music, your um contour, all of that things. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you've got a show within, haven't you? Um, I just just before I do disappear tonight, I just you do make an effort because if I just turned up there like, all right, I'm not always shaven, but if I just turned up there like, I don't know, it's not that I wouldn't be able to do it. Obviously, I would, y- you know, but it's an event. Reactions and reacting and analyzing the voice is an event. Every single one. So you do make an effort, you know. And I'm not here to throw anyone under the bus. We are all fantastic in this community, but I couldn't see myself ever doing it in like this crowded kind of with a small box up in the corner of the screen and with so much chaos behind me. I mean, I get, and I'm not Gothlins, please. No, please, please, no, 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 please. Let me explain. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. I know, you know, uh, um, a huge green screen, you know, yeah, it does cost money. You would be sickened if I told you how much that green screen was up there. I'm not, because it will appear that I'm showing off and like, I had to save for that 6, 7 months. I had to save for that. People think YouTubers make, especially in the reaction community, that you're loaded. Seriously. Seriously, yeah, 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 I'm loaded. That's why I'm in grey. No, 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 no. Very few videos are we allowed to actually make, you know, money on. Shocking. It's absolutely shocking. And especially when you see videos like mine. It's been a long day. Sorry. That do go that extra mile with editing. And again, I'm not throwing anyone's, but it's just my brand. I like editing. I'm one of these cray content creators that enjoy the hard stuff. You know what I mean? Most creators, that is the number one thing. They hate it. They wish that they didn't have to do it. They enjoy the filming, say. So we're all different. Uh, um, but lighting. I've got two softbox on tripody things up there. You know, more expense. You need good lighting if you're working with green screen. Well, any kind of background, but particularly green screen, and it's got to be balanced. You know, and all these things can add up, and you know uh, um I'm interested in getting some um additional lighting, LED, which are the smaller ones, and they're like panely, but kind of to kind of have more on me than the background, but I've had to wait. you know at the moment I'm in the process of buying a brand new iMac. Yeah, because this one's been crashing. It's been slowing down and down and down, and I don't want to wait until it's dead. And like, I can't even get on the internet to tell you guys in the community area what's going on, what's happening, or in my case, what's not happening. So that's why. That's right. Okay, I really must go. So let me just no, I've already done that one, haven't I? I'm losing track. I've done that one. You do you now. That's why. Yeah, I I I do. I Do you know what? If I try to be anyone else, or let me break that down. If I try to, like, okay, too much. And at the start of this channel, if you go back to my older content, I really did. I really tried to be like the rest, and I'm professional, and it didn't last. It did not last. I can't do it. I can't do it. I got into trouble at school so many times because I was the class clown. I mm, you know, but I never was put into tension because secretly I think the teachers just love me. I mean, who can blame them? um, Nat's putting on the yeah. I told you I was in a silly mood. Um, how's the cats this evening? I always want to check on them. Oh, that's very nice. Well, they're not in here with me. That much I can tell you. Um, Frankie's behind the couch, and Benny is probably up on the landing. Because I guess it's cooler up there for him. But yeah, they tend to come alive this time of night, just when we're winding down. So, but they are fun. They're so fun. Uh, um, was it this morning or last night? I was trying to put away my makeup, and where it is easy access for a cat. So the cat, Frankie was like batting. I don't know whether it was mascara or some stick thing, and I just thought some of the stuff she gets up to. Well, both of them actually. When I don't have a camera. No, it's a fun. Why do we do that? Why do we view it as a camera when it's a phone? It is a phone. Literally, I cannot tell you the last phone call I made on my phone. I just view it as a camera. If it's on the I'll keep past the camera. What? That's the phone, you idiot. Oh dear. We're all purple. Are we? Yeah. Yeah. That is my favorite color. If you're interested, nobody asked you. Mind your own business. Yeah, purple. Purple is very. It's a very. It's healing. Okay, that's why I have it as a themed color on the channel. I love my purple. There's something very spiritual about the color purple. Hang on, I'm just finishing my stream. Oh, the Jellicle, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Go back if you're interested in watching where I go in the editor and do the business. And I will see you. Wednesday. I think the next Tenor Reaction is due out. Okay. Bye bye.